The Office of Civil Defense has issued the following message. This station has interrupted its regular program to participate in the emergency broadcast system.
We're sorry. All circuits are busy now. Will you please try your call again later?
Hello YouTube preppers, this is the Comms Prepper with a video about Soundcard interfaces. I've done previous videos on this, but I wanted to show you the Soundcard interface connected with the RMS Express program where you can send HF email. In previous HF email videos I've talked about the SCS PTC2 USB modem here, which is a pretty expensive modem. They're about $1,200. But there is an option that's about $100. The speed is not the same as the SCS modem, but this is a SignaLink USB integrated USB sound card interface. And how this works is there's two connections on the back. There's a USB cable here that connects to the computer, and then I have a microphone cable here that leaves the back of the unit that actually connects to the microphone jack in the front of my radio over here. So that's the connection there, and then from there it goes to the USB signal link and comes down on the USB cable and connects into the side of the laptop. And to kind of show you how this works, I'm going to come over here on the laptop. I'm going to try splitting screens here as well, and I'll go ahead and unmute my speaker, and you can actually hear the audio from the radio in the computer. So the USB interface device is actually taking audio from the microphone jack, coupling it through the SignaLink USB sound card interface, and porting that over to the laptop computer. So what we're actually going to do here is I'm going to split the screen, and I'm going to draft an email using RMS Express like I've done in the past with the Pactor modem, but we're going to use a protocol called Winmor that doesn't have the best speeds, but if you don't have a lot of money for data modems, you can still send radio email using your USB jacks, a $90 SignaLink device, and the sound card software on your computer. So I'm going to point the one camera over here at the radio, actually at the watt meter here, so you can actually see that the unit is tuned. I have the power set to medium, and we'll go down there and show you that, if you can see that, but medium. And my mode is single sideband. And we're going to go up here, and you can watch the watt meter. I'll split the screen. And then I'm going to come over here and actually show you how this works. So I'm going to start the desktop recorder, and we'll go ahead and bring up the RMS Express software application. And we'll actually send a test email here. So first thing I'll do is I'll go in here and compose an email. That's a WinLink message, and I'll go ahead and send that to the Comms Prepper at gmail.com. And we're going to make this short. I'm just going to put test and test down here. And we'll go ahead and post that to the outbox. And we'll get that out. And now I'm going to go in here, and rather than open up a Pactor WinLink 2000 session, I'm going to open up a Winmor session. And open the session. And this is actually your sound card interface. Oop, I didn't register the software, so we're going to use it as shareware. So this is the sound card interface. You can actually see the waterfall as the audio comes through. And then down here is actually the session. Now I already to show you a little trick here. I've already got the station I want, but you can go in here to channel selection, and it'll list all the stations here that are Winmor capable. And a nice feature here is I can click on distance, and it'll give me the distance in kilometers from my location to those stations. So I'm actually going to connect to a station in, I think, Finland, which is 843 kilometers away, and I think that's roughly around 500 miles. I'll do the math before I put the video up. So we're going to cancel out of that, and I'm going to go ahead and start the connection, and you'll actually see displays coming up here of the receive audio. So let me turn the sound up a little bit so you can hear it, and we'll go ahead and start the connection. and we're polling out to that station. There it is. You hear that chirp come back, and you see these little dots. That's actually showing the waveform of the received signal. And we're doing this all by Soundcard. So you can see it says I'm connected to WinLink 2000 RMS OH4KA-5, and I'm actually going to tell him I have a message for him, and we'll transmit that message using the Soundcard rather than the high-end SCS Pactor modem. And you can see here where I highlighted it, I'm saying I have one message outbound. Now you'll see this is going to be much slower than my previous videos because I don't have a hardware modem. This is software based, just using the sound card. So it has some limited capability, but it still provides you an option to send email with your radio. So let's say you have family and friends someplace that don't have a radio, but have a BlackBerry or an iPad or an iPhone with an email address, then you can actually send an email to them. And again, you can see the green status bar that shows the rate of how fast that message is going out. And in the window below that, you can see where it says it's actually sending that message. And the sound card interface window above that kind of gives you the stats on error correction. And now the green status bar is moving a little bit. And again, this is 100% error correction, so if there's a problem with each transmission, the radios will talk to each other and say that was corrupted, send that again. So exactly what you send is exactly what they get. There's no garbled transmissions, no missing characters, no formatting errors. It's 100% correct. So that message actually went, so now the two stations are coordinating their disconnect, so it's clean. And you can see down here it's disconnecting. And we're disconnected, so that took, what's the time there? 2.4 minutes to send an email over HF radio. We were using about 30 watts, and that distance was about 500 miles. But here you can see there's another option out there if you're building up a station as part of your communications plan, or that you can gradually get into data communications over radio, and specifically over long-range radio using high-frequency radio. And as always, thank you for watching my videos and subscribing to my channel. This has been the Comms Prepper with sound card interfaces and the RMS Express application using the Winmor protocol.